Well, hey, everybody, and happy Monday to each of you. Listen, it is 2 p.m., and today I am super duper uber glad, happy, excited about today's feature. You are in the middle of another increased media moment, and it is my great pleasure to reintroduce to some, to introduce to the for the very first time to others, an amazing woman, an impactful woman, a confident, competent woman, and um, beyond that, just an all out great lady. If you've never ever been in contact with me, my name is Dion. They call me the Radical One, and this is an Increase Media moment. Today, we have none other than Lady K. Patrice Williams. And I assure you that today will be time well spent with the introduction. Listen, before we get started, if you've not done so, do me a quick solid and share. Invite somebody to this podcast, invite somebody to this live, connect with somebody who may not know who she is. We are in a very critical time. And listen, when I say boots on the ground, I need you to be real clear, honey. This little lady here moves and shakes and moves, twists and turns with a beautiful entourage following behind her, making things happen right here in the Solano County area. Listen, I'm not going to prolong the hour. I got to let y'all meet this chick. She's amazing. So, with no further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Lady K. Patrice Williams. Hi, sunshine.
Well, hello. What a beautiful introduction, Dion. Oh my goodness.
It is what it is. Listen, I can see good with or without my glasses. Listen, and I got on my good reader glasses right now. Excuse me, y'all.
Yeah, I was looking at them. They're cute.
Well, listen, my mommy gave them to me, and they're 2.5s, honey. I can see everything. I can see your eyebrows right here, and you in
Oh,
a whole nother house. Listen, I don't want to keep the people waiting, considering this again is the introduction of 22 minutes with K. Patrice. This is to let people know how to stay in contact with you, how to connect with you, how to support what it is that you so heavily endeavor in, with regards to advocacy and ensuring equity and sustainable equity, and just how much you do in and throughout the community, and just to make sure that people know, listen, not only are you here, but I believe little sweetie is here to stay. I don't think she's going a place anytime soon. So listen, K. Patrice, tell the people who you are. Let them know.
so I have been a resident of Solano County for 20 years. And am known because I've always been a part of the community. I have been a lobbyist, a small business owner, but most recently, I have run for county supervisor. And that election ended March 3rd of this year. So when I did not, it was not a successful run in the normal sense. And I tell you, I was getting flooded with calls that said, please don't leave the community, because there's so many people that run for office and then they just kind of fade away. And so I took a little break, and then the pandemic hit, rested, reset my heart, my spirit, physically, and I'm back. I'm back in the community that I love and that I serve.
Right, right. And I will say, and you may beg to differ. I don't think anything is ever unsuccessful. I think our victories are measured on different scales according to what we believe and how we believe. I believe that some things are precursors to greater victories, but I think all things are victorious, especially when you have the courage to do what so many people daydream about. right? You had the courage to take some steps, even if it meant an experience of what some would call rejection, but I call it perfecting a gift, perfecting a purpose, perfecting a promise. So I just think that they are all dry runs. They are setups for mulligans. Because everybody we get do-overs consistently. It's just a matter of what you do with that experience that makes the difference. So Patrice, would you mind sharing with the people that are watching this now? Thank you for those that are watching. Hey, June, we appreciate you and your comments. If you've not done so, say hey to Patrice, especially for those of you that know her history, know how she serves the community, know how I know you just got through running a major campaign for the census. I watched you do it. And for those that didn't necessarily know the importance of the census, I read somewhere that we perish for lack of knowledge. Listen, if you didn't know about the importance of the census, by the time you finished, Patrice, they had a glimpse. And if they didn't get a glimpse, it's because they chose to ignore it. So thank you for that. It brings dollars into our community. But can you tell the people what you are most passionate about? What is your primary focus?
It's that's really a difficult question. My I would say, if I was to say that what I'm most passionate about and what really gets me moving is our youth. They are our everything, our future, our sunshine. And we have to put our energy into them. They need to know that we love them, we care for them, and we're waiting. Um, we're waiting to just lift them up in every way. So that's what gets me going in the morning. I'm crazy about our youth. I'm absolutely insane about them. So everything that I do kind of has an anchor them involved, and I go to them, and I also invite them into my space too. So it's very common to see a lot of young adults in my circle, because I think that's what we need to do. We need to be around them.
I agree. I couldn't agree with you more. I too am very, very adamant about advocating for youth and working with them to help build them, considering they absolutely positively are the future. Let me ask you this. In regards, or with regard to youth and young adult development, what are some of the key components that are important to you?
So I am all about mentorship.
Mhm.
I believe we need to connect their interest to what's going on in the community. For example, I remember on my campaign team, we had two young ladies, and they cared about healthcare and nursing. And then one said, I'm going to be a, a I think she called it a director of nursing. She said she's gonna run the whole shebang. And I said, let me connect you with people in my network, and so that you have mentorship in that area that you're interested in. And what I do is, I'm a connector. I connect people, and then I kind of walk away. So I never really find out how that turned out. But the first few weeks, she was just so excited to be connected to someone that was doing the job of her dreams, for both of those ladies, but that one especially, because she was connected with someone that was pretty high up as a nurse. So it was pretty powerful. But that's what we should do on a large scale. We should always be connecting our youth, our young adults, with opportunities and connections and people in our circles. And it's just, it pays off
Yeah,
tenfold.
I agree. I agree 110%. So now I'm going to ask you a little bit more intricate question. When they leave your company, when they leave your, or shall I say, the experience of KPatrice, and I'll go a little bit deeper into why I called it the experience of KPatrice right after this. But when they leave you, what do they walk away with? What skill, what strength, what quality do you believe you give them in baton passing?
I believe I give our young people confidence to know that their voice matters. Um, there are people in the community that are fighting for them, want them to succeed and be successful. They come out with a confidence. And it's so interesting because I have an 18-year-old at home and I get to feed into him, and he is becoming more confident. So I get to see that on all levels, not only in my own household. I don't know how I'm getting the scratchy voice. Sorry about that.
It's
But
okay.
not only not only in my own household, but I see those with the youth that I touch, and they contact me all the time. Actually, in fact, someone we have a newsletter that goes out about different information. By the way, the census, we got a few more days with the census. We got an extension. So we sent out an email that said, look, we have an extension to that census now. And a young lady responded back and said, I don't know if she's going to remember me, but KPatrice came to my school and she was in one of our programs. And I always felt that she was approachable. So I got sent that message to someone on my team, and I sent her a personal message. And I said, here is my contact information. Don't you lose touch with me.
Very
And
good.
that just makes all the difference. Can you imagine if us as adults, we took 10 youth
Right.
and we said, here's my contact information. Here's how you reach me. I'm going to make myself accessible to you.
Yep.
And can you imagine if we all did that?
Hmm. Yeah, that
We would have youth that were doing some really
dynamic.
powerful, mhm.
Yeah, totally
And they
dynamic.
would know their strength and they would have confidence.
Yep. I agree 199.99%. Yeah. No, no argument at all. Um, I said that to say, even when I said, what do they leave with after they experience you? It is my belief. This is a belief system that I have. Hey, Lady Davis. Hi, Mark. Hi, Tara. Hi, Van. It is my confidence that people should leave feeling as if they've had an experience. Um, I believe that we have one opportunity to make that lasting impression like you never ever can, and it should be experiential. And so I'm going to say this from a place of acquainting with you. I remember the first time I saw you online. Your energy was colorful. Your tenacity was bold and vigorous. And when I looked at you, the word I see things usually in words and pictures. The word I got was moxie. It was moxie, and I absolutely positively love people with moxie. There is something about a different level of confidence that rubs off on those that we get to come in contact with. And so as it relates to you, if someone were to ask who you are in a word phrase, what would that be? And this would be the introduction to what we are currently putting in the universe. Yes?
I agree. And I believe what you see as moxie, I know is fearlessness.
That's good stuff.
So 8 years ago, my North Star, my best friend, my mother passed away, and it was kind of unexpectedly. And it was almost like the thing that you feared the worst has happened.
Yeah.
And And then it took me a while. I was depressed, grieving for a while, but I came out the other side in this way.
Yeah.
It's fearlessness.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. There's nothing you can say to me. There's nothing that you can do to me where I will not survive it.
That's good.
Period. So I step out in this world
Hmm.
fearless.
That's good. That's
Fearless. And that's what people feel.
and
I'm sure of it.
that's good. That is I call it a force to be reckoned with. And so isn't it amazing how some of the greatest tragedies in our lives are the most refining moments concerning fear and overcoming being overwhelmed or getting to a place there's this thing I used to tell my boys when they played sports that says when you throw your hands up, that mean I'm all in. That mean forget it. That mean I don't care who I run down. I don't. That mean whoever's in my way. If you know, like I know, move around. If you know, like I know, you should probably get out of my way because I'm a wrecking ball right in this moment, right? And so even as I think about that and I'm sure that there was a closeness with your mother that will never be replaced by anything or anyone. But I also recognize that it is the very thing that gave you the capacity to endure. With that said, K. Patrice, if you could encourage someone that's listening, hi, Sammy. Um, if you could encourage somebody that's listening, if you could, as we are getting to the close, if you could tell them one thing to hold on to as they chase after becoming, as they chase after that place of fearlessness, as they move out of that place of guessing and actually occupying because even to say your name, my name is K. Patrice, I am that to stand up in that and own it, it takes some people forever to own their them. What would you say?
So, also the lesson of my mother. I was there when she took her last breath. And right before she did, she said she had no regrets and that she lived a full life. And when I take my last breath, it will be the same thing. And so my message just to everyone is don't you take your last breath with regrets. Not one. You live your life
Mhm.
full out, full run. You love hard, you work hard, you play hard. You have no, you should not be taking your last breath and be like,
I
why
should.
was I so scared? What should have, when it's time to go, it's time, I've done it. And
Yeah,
so I literally live my life that way. And
very-
and if everyone lives their life that way,
I agree. How much better would this world be if we made active decisions every single day? Every time we swing our legs to the side of the bed that helps us get out of the bed and pick one foot up and put it in front of the other and pick another foot up and put it in front of the other and literally learn how to be from the best place, the best space, and make an active decision that every time you walk in a room, someone will have an experience. Every time you leave a room, someone will have had an experience. Okay, Patrice, I'm confident that every time someone encounters you, they have an experience. I am confident that when they leave your presence, they remember the experience. And so, listen, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and great pleasure that I introduce to some, reintroduce to others, Miss K. Patrice Williams. And I am excited even to call her the transformative disruptor. Listen, because what I've experienced just in the short time that we've spent time together is that you were created to agitate, right? And so that's our kindredness. That's our, that's our connecting piece, is that, the thing in the washing machine that shakes everything out, the thing that moves things around and makes people uncomfortable enough to change, uncomfortable enough to overcome, uncomfortable enough to go forward in everything that they are, uncomfortable enough to make the decisions that everyone else is guessing about, uncomfortable enough to make sure that when you leave that room, not only do they not forget you, but you will have spent that day emptying yourself, which means that that thing you promised yourself has to happen.
Absolutely. I don't
That's
know what else to add to it. That's right.
that's dope. That's 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 all I know, right? And so, listen, if you've not done so, ladies and gentlemen, and hi, Angelique, you keep going and you keep going and you keep going and you keep going because you got stuff to do. You don't have time to quit, ma'am. And you heard me. I know you heard me. Um, at the end of the day, I believe that you are going to make Solano County as a whole better. I'm honored to be able to work with you to get things going for you. It is my pleasure that I've had an opportunity to serve you. Thank you for that privilege. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you can simply go to I am K Patrice pretty much anywhere and find your girl. Get connected, stay connected. If you're passionate about youth and young adult, if you're passionate about connecting James Farr, my man, if you're passionate about purpose and finding it, listen, it's always a pleasure to be connected to people that are doing what you're daydreaming about. And so, Patrice, you want to have any last words before we go? We've went a little past our 22 minutes, but it's our first run.
Well, I'm really excited about working with you. It's been I'm a brand strategist as well, and to talk to someone that is anointed, um, intuitive, to bring my name and vision to the next level has been so much fun. Um, Thank you for your guidance and wisdom in 22 minutes. We're going to be doing some exciting work every Monday at 12 noon. There's going to be a podcast, and we're going to cover all types of amazing issues. We're going to start with political, because we are in a political season. We may get a little uncomfortable in the conversations, but it's needed because there's work to be done. There's an election coming up. We have ballots in our hands, and darn it, we've got to move, and we've got to influence everyone around us to move too. We've got work to do together, and we can do this together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wednesday, we're going to have an online, is it a ballot party, Cape what are, we
Yes.
we are completing our ballots Wednesday. So if you don't necessarily know about the measures and the policies, those things that are on your ballot, you don't really know how to answer them. Listen, this coming Wednesday, we're going to talk about it, give you some information so you can make an informed decision. I don't know about you guys, but to be very honest, if you did not grow up in a home that was an MSNBC watcher, if you know what I mean, if you didn't grow up with people who were concerned about political concepts and or ideas, that wasn't your concern. That wasn't your worry. And for some of us, especially in Black and Brown communities, we spend many years being undereducated about policies and process things that are concerning to us. right? And so, that being said, please, ma'am, please, sir, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure that you go and like any of the K Patrice pages. So all of it is I am K Patrice. You can also see elect K Patrice on one of our Facebook pages, but you'll see flyers, you'll see us online. Meet us back here. We're going to have fun with talking about policy and measures. I don't know how you do that, but hell, we're going to figure it out, right?
We're going to do it. And everyone that attends is going to receive a
Oh,
voter guide.
photo guide. That's what's up.
Absolutely. So you might see a few little markup, handwritten markup, but it'll be complete and it's Solano County wide. I've been in the community for a while. I was able to get a back seat, front seat to candidates, elected officials. So countywide, I will be also endorsing candidates as well. So you'll get one of these guides and we'll know exactly how to vote.
Very good. Very good. And Simone, everything that she does is at 2. It's always 2, 2, 22, something of the nature. So it'll be Wednesday at 2 p.m. Again, we're going to have a online ballot party. So might even have some raffles and some treats from Increased Media. Who knows? We shall see. But I'm excited about that. I'm excited about those that are 18. If you've not registered to vote, listen, register, register, register. It's not too late. If you've already gotten your ballot in the mail, please, ma'am, please, sir, don't let it catch dust. Please use it. Please, pretty please. That being said, listen, we are exactly 6 minutes beyond our time, and we want to be mindful of your time and cognizant of ours as well. This has been another Increased Media moment with Lady K Patrice. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you for those that shared. Don't forget, get connected. Wednesday, 2 p.m. ballot party. Be here or be square, as we used to say when we were kids. K Patrice, say bye to the people.
Bye.
Bye, guys.